All right, this is now part 3 of the video. However, I did not intend to make 3 parts, but unfortunately a phone call came through and I had to answer it. All right, we were now here talking about monomial, binomial and trinomial. So if you're in grade 8, in English you have been taught about something which is called a prefix, right? So when we have the word monomial, I'm going to write the word mono. Mono means what? Mono means one. Mono means one. So here when we are talking about a monomial, we are talking about one term. For example, if I write 1 here, I'm having one term. This is a monomial. Or if I write 3b here, this is what we consider to be a monomial, right? Okay, done. Now, on this second part, we're now going to talk about a binomial, but the prefix of binomial is bi. Bi means what? Bi means 2. Bi means 2. Hence, you call it a what? A bicycle. Why? You call it a bicycle because it is a cycle which has got 2 wheels. That's why you call it a bicycle, right? Okay, so binomial means 2. But now what happens? There is something which is very interesting as far as binomials are concerned. So if I come here and I write 2 plus 3, now this sign or symbol plus, it introduces a what? A new term. So this is term 1 and this is term 2. So I'm saying to you, the sign positive introduces a new term. Is it the positive sign only that introduces the a term? The answer is no. Which other sign then introduces a term? If I say 5 minus 4, this subtraction sign, it introduces a new term. So this is term 1, this is term 2, right? So what we are having here, this is what we now call a binomial. When you say 2 plus 3 or when you say 1 plus 1, you have got what? 2 terms. Those terms are what are known as binomial. Or when you are going to be dealing with a lot of letters, now when we say that 6a minus b like this, this is term 1, that is term number 2. So if they ask you how many terms are here, you say that you've got 2 terms. And then if they ask you what type of terms are these, we call them, these are what we call binomials because they are 2. So do not forget, positive and negative introduces a term. So what about division and multiplication? If I say 2a to you like this, this is one term. If I say 4 over 5 like that, this is one term. If I say 14 divided by 7 here, I'm saying to you, this is one term, right? So I'm saying to you, the division sign and the multiplication sign, they don't introduce new terms. This is considered to be one term, right? Only 2 signs, addition and subtraction, introduce a new term. I hope that is crystal clear. Now we go to the last one, which is called a trinomial, but we are interested in the prefix of the word trinomial. Tri, T-R-I, right? Tri means what? Tri means 3. Tri means 3. So in this case, I'm going to give you another example. If I say to you 2a plus b plus c like this, this is term 1, this is term 2, and this is term number 3. This is what is known as a trinomial. Why? Because we've got 3 terms. Another example, I can start by having a negative 4b here plus 8, right, minus 6c like that. Okay, this is a trinomial, term 1, term 2 and term 3. And then for your level in high school, then the last one is called a what? A polynomial. Poly. Now the prefix is what? Poly. Poly means what? Many. Now this is when you are now having more than 3 terms, when you are now having 4, 5, 6, 7 and so forth and so forth. That is what is known as a polynomial. Hence the word poly, when we are saying many, that's why you have heard of the word what? Polygamous. When a person marries more than one wife, then we say, oh, that man is polygamous, right? Okay, so I hope that these terms and the definition of these words is very helpful for you, right, in your understanding of algebra, because every topic that you're going to do in pure mathematics, it will rely heavily on algebra. If you found this video to be helpful, please do consider to subscribe. Share also with your classmates and siblings. Like and comment. Till we meet next time. Cheers.